Hi Capricorns, this is your general energy reading for the week of August 3rd through the 7th. I will be getting clarity on a situation that you'll be dealing with that week, and then afterwards I'll get some advice from your guides. To start off, the overall energy for this reading is the Hangman. So there's some uncertainty here. You might be going through a period of reflection. This is usually around whether you want to stick with something or let it go. For the recent past, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. So you recently connected to some type of professional or maybe an ex-connection or partner of yours regarding a lack of stability. And after connecting to this professional connection, you decide not to put any focus or effort into this, whatever came out of this connection. There could be a lack of confidence around it, leading you to connect to spirituality or someone associated with it. For the immediate future, you have the Eight of Cups, the King of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Hermit. After finding the confidence to take action to connect to this King of Swords connection, so that you can move on from this lack of stability, you decide not to commit to taking action regarding this connection by not putting any effort and focus into it, leading to you seeking advice, guidance from a spiritual connection, spiritual source. For the immediate outcome, you have the Two of Cups, the Judgment card, the Two of Swords, and the Temperance card. From seeking advice and guidance from someone, you hear gossip, blame, accusations around your lack of self-awareness, that you lack self-awareness around. And this is around not taking action. Or this is around taking action to connect to this professional. Because of, after a lack of cooperation within this connection, you're hearing this gossip, judgment, or this gossip, accusations, blame regarding the lack of cooperation in this connection. Lack of cooperation and being able to move on from this lack of stability. Hearing this, facing this lack of self-awareness, this judgment, this gossip, this blame, these accusations, you feel some confusion. You're faced with some confusion. You're having trouble seeing the truth of the situation around why you're not committing to taking action by not focusing effort into what this King of Swords connection. You're facing some confusion, some indecision, not being able to see the truth of maybe the why of it, why you're doing it. And that's leading you to seek peace of mind through advice and guidance from a spiritual connection. I went ahead and pulled a few clarification cards to get a clear picture of what's going on underneath for you. For the overall energy, the Hangman, you have the Lovers, the Six of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So this uncertainty is around big change and an impulsive decision after being stuck in the past, reminiscing, being forced to reminisce about the past, or maybe experiencing bad memories through a partnership, an important partnership. Because of being forced to stay in the past and reminisce about the past, maybe even past memories, bad memories. It's making you want to surrender to some type of big change, some impulsive decision. For the recent past, for the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Strength card. This lack of stability is because of a lack of strength, a lack of energy. After experiencing some unhappiness, a lack of fulfillment, maybe some low self-esteem. After bringing an end, after an ending of a crisis of the mind. This could be an ending to feelings of anxiety, regret, remorse that you might have been dealing with in a situation. But because of that, maybe the way you brought it into it, it's leaving you unhappy or unfulfilled. For the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Three of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So you're not putting any effort and energy into, or focus into, the early stages of the situation with the King of Swords. Maybe not keeping your heart open to a fresh perspective in the situation, or maybe just maybe the encouragement that might be coming from it, possibly. But you're not wanting to put any effort into this early stages of this connection. After deciding you don't want to commit to a new path or this new direction because of disappointments or a failed connection, or maybe just not being a failure to have any forward movement through this connection. For the High Priestess, you have the Sun card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Temperance. So you're connecting to this High Priestess regarding your disharmony you're feeling, maybe a lack of peace of mind. After deciding to delay the positive changes you're making through this King of Swords connection because of a lack of clarity or having unrealistic expectations regarding the early stages of this connection. For the immediate future, for the Eight of Cups, you have the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Moon card. So you're trying to move on from a situation, this lack of stability because of hidden truths, secrets, deceit, deception, something around that might be causing this lack of strength, a lack of energy. After you're trying to move away from these hidden truths, keeping things hidden, after bringing it into feelings of conflict or of feelings of conflict around connecting to some type of professional so that you could bring it into your crisis of the mind that you're experiencing right now. For the Knight of Wands, you have the Page of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So you're deciding not to, even though you took confidence to take action to connect to this professional, you're deciding you don't want to commit to taking any actions to regain your stability through the early stages of this connection. After developing a new enthusiasm or desire to not commit to this path or direction, by delaying continued communication, delaying receiving new information. By not moving forward with this connection. For the Hermit, you have the Tower card, the King of Wands, and the Four of Wands. And that's seeking advice and guidance by reuniting with a connection for stability regarding your just harmony after taking action to delay the positive changes you were making or attempting to make with this King of Swords connection as professional. Because of sudden change or sudden loss. Or through sudden change, sudden loss, because of this lack of clarity and unrealistic expectations regarding this connection. So you're taking actions through sudden loss, sudden change of this through this connection. And that's leading you to reunite with another connection. Okay. For the immediate outcome for the Two of Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Hangman. So this lack of cooperation and being able to move on from your lack of stability with this professional is because of a refusal to let go of hidden truths, secrets. After you opened yourself up to focusing on restoring your energy, healing, after you finally brought it into your conflict around connecting to this professional. After you finally opened yourself up to this healing after not putting any effort and focus into connecting to this professional so that you could finally bring it into this regret, anxiety, whatever you've been experiencing. For the Two of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the High Priestess. So after connecting to this Hermit, this High Priestess, hearing some gossip, judgment, blame around what you lack self-awareness around, you're faced with some confusion, really the inability to see the truth around your incorrect judgment, a lack of self-belief that you won't be able to regain your stability through the early stages of this King of Swords connection, this professional. Maybe through a fresh perspective from them or encouragement from them. You have this incorrect judgment or lack of self-belief in yourself that you'll be able to do that, find that stability after being able to accept and let go of any regrets by delaying face-to-face communication or continued communication for new information because of this past disappointments, or maybe even wanting to continue holding on to the past. For the Temperance card, you have the Three of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So you're seeking peace of mind through this new connection for stability. After delaying or creating setbacks to what you set out to do, creating setbacks by what you desired and wanted to do. You created setbacks by taking action to delay the positive changes that you wanted to make with this professional or this King of Swords connection. Setbacks through loss, separation, through this sudden change, sudden loss because of this lack of clarity or having unrealistic expectations regarding this connection or the early stages of it. Or maybe even the perspective they were bringing across. Now let's see what your guides have to say. Any advice for the Capricorns watching? Delight. Clap your hands with joy and let your inner child play. Be silly and play hooky and take a day off. This isn't the time to buckle down and get to work. This is when you should be madcap and spontaneous. Have fun. Your spirit guardians are delighted when you're filled with childlike wonder, joy, and exuberance. When just one person experiences true delight, this joyous energy radiates outward like ripples in a pond, reaching even the furthest shores of humanity. Your pleasure can rejuvenate you and can have a powerful healing effect on others. So it's time to take a day off. And if you're looking for an affirmation, they give, I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. And that is it for the Capricorn reading, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.